Mets come in with a winning record on this road trip, and now they have to endure a different kind of pressure coming in to play a team that is on a pace to outstrip the 62 Mets for most losses in a season. It's a different kind of feeling.
Well, Jonathan Cannon, he gets the ball. He was the guy who ended that 21-game losing streak. And once again, he is tasked with ending another streak. The White Sox enter tonight, losers of 7 in a row.
Lindor starts the night 5th in the league in hits, 5th in home runs, 3rd in doubles, 7th in slugging percentage, 3rd in runs scored, just having a marvelous season.
Okay, Jonathan Cannon, good start to the ball game, gets the punch out of Lindor.
So 1 out and nobody on. Now Brandon Nimmo, whose bat perked up in Arizona, went 5 for 12.
As a ground ball to the right side, Gavin Sheets with the flip to Cannon for out number 2.
So here's Vientos, ground ball to the right side, and that's going to sneak through for a base hit for Vientos. So the Mets have a 2-out base runner, and now Pete Alonso homered twice in the series in Arizona. This is the only team against which Pete has never homered.
Chopper on the ground on the left side. Vargas will make the play. Good start for Jonathan Cannon on the mound. White Sox bats coming up.
And they're going to put the game on the shoulders of Tyler McGill tonight, his first outing in the big league since the end of July.
It's been up and down to the minor leagues all season long. When he's been in AAA, he's dominated. They're looking for some of that domination tonight.
Cutter missing inside, so a good start for the Sox here in this bottom of the first.
And he hits one to the right side. McNeil with a long way to go, gets to it, and has the play at first.
So with Lopez at second.
That'll bring up Andrew Benintendi, who supplied the only run for the Sox yesterday.
Sends this one out to right center field. Winker giving chase, and it's going to fall and hit off the wall. Nicky Lopez, he will score easily. Andrew Benintendi gets the Sox on the board with a 1-0 lead here in the first. And Winker looks like he is in some pain.
Bader is saying he's okay. We'll watch it again. He gets a first ball cutter. It had too much of the plate, and these days for Andrew, you can't make a mistake. That ball just out of reach. You can see the pain etched on his face, but he's going to stay in the game.
So the Mets, after falling behind 1-0, trying to get it right back. Winker at third, Martinez at second, McNeil at first with nobody out.
And he got him swinging on a sweeper. That's a huge first out, and Harrison Bader will come up.
Bader just 2 hits in his last 29 at bats, but one of those was a 2-run homer on Tuesday night that tied the game in Arizona. Hit on the ground at third, a chance for 2. Vargas to second. They get 1. The relay in time for the double play. The Mets have the bases loaded and nobody out, and they do not score. We'll see if the Mets challenge the call, and they're going to. So if they can get this overturned, then they will get a run out of it and tie the game. But it does appear as though Bader beat the throw at first base.
After review, the call at first is overturned. The runner is safe. New York will retain
So
their
the Mets
challenge.
tie the game, and that'll get a chance for Lindor with runners at first and third.
Softly chopped to Sheets, and he'll take it by himself. So at the end of the day, Cannon able to limit the damage.
It's been kind of a typical Tyler McGill start so far. It's been laborious. So now Luis Robert, who's had a puzzling year but is a force when he is right. That's with the bases loaded and 2 out. He lines this one to center field. It'll stay up for Bader, and that retires the side, and McGill was able to sidestep trouble in the second. 1-1.
Pete's aboard with a 4-pitch walk, and the inning is extended for Jesse Winker.
Winker had a base hit into center field his first time up. Winker smashes this one to the gap in right center. That's going to be between them and all the way to the wall. Digging for third is Alonso. Picked up by Robert. Alonso waved home. The relay throw to the plate will not be in time. And a double by Jesse Winker brings home the go-ahead run, and the Mets lead 2-1. Jesse Winker continues to produce. An RBI double with 2 out brings home Alonso all the way from first. Martinez had a base hit into left his first time up. Martinez has now had a hit in 5 straight games.
Swung on, golfed out to left field pretty deep. And Benintendi going back. He will turn, and it hits off the top of the wall and gone. J.D. Martinez, a 2-run shot. His 16th, and the Mets have a 4-1 lead.
J.D., who's been hitting most of his home runs to center and to right center, pulled that one, and it just kept on going.
So the Mets with 3 consecutive 2-out base runners, all 3 score. Miguel Vargas is next. Swung on, lined, and caught by a leaping Francisco Lindor at shortstop for the 2nd out. Another stellar defensive play by Francisco Lindor.
It's waving to the fans.
He's doing a Winker wave.
What a play.
He has been sensational over there. 2 away.
Showed the hops of Lindor. He is so technically sound. That hit him right in the heel and rolled up his glove, but he still made the play.
Third time around the batting order for Tyler McGill. When he gets to this point in the game, if he survives this long, he's done really well the third time through the batting order. Swing and a miss, and Lopez down on strikes. So Lopez retired for the first time, and that's 7 straight retired by McGill. Struck him out, threw a fastball right by him. Back-to-back strikeouts from McGill to start the 5th. Benintendi doubled in the White Sox run in the first inning. Struck him out. Tyler McGill strikes out the side in the 5th inning. Lots of fastballs from McGill to get through the 5th.
The Mets starters have done a real fine job of late getting deep into ball games. Incumbent on McGill to give them 6 innings tonight.
Swinging a line drive, base hit to left. Sheets on the board with his first hit.
And so the White Sox had their 5th hit of the night after McGill had retired 10 in a row. And here comes Carlos Mendoza, and that's going to be the end of the night for McGill, who gave the Mets 5 1/3 credible innings tonight. And Adam Ottavino will come on to relieve him here in the 6th. And he struck him out with the slider. Good looking pitch by Ottavino for the 2nd out of the inning. In there for a call, strike 3. And so Ottavino, with back-to-back strikeouts, gets Lee and Fletcher to end the 6th, 4-1. So Jeff McNeil aboard for the 3rd time tonight, and the Mets have runners at the corners with 2 out.
Call me paranoid, but I'd like to see the Mets get a few more runs here in this ball game.
Mets scored a run in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. They've been stymied since.
Alvarez cranks one in the air out into left and deep and caught right in front of the track by Benintendi. So Tukey strands a couple, bottom of the 8th. It's still 4-1 Mets.
Tyrone Taylor, after pinch running, stays in the game in right field, and Phil Maton will get the 8th.
Guide in the air, first base line. Taylor, freshly into the game, over, foul ground, leaps, and makes the catch, falling into the netting. Tyrone Taylor does what Jeff McNeil did in 2019. Come to Chicago, make a catch, and go flying into the netting. What a play.
How about that? Tyrone Taylor as one with the net.
And you're going to have to Google this one, but he makes like one of the flying Walendas and ends up in the net. Does Tyrone Taylor.
Lindor is 0 for 3 and a walk. Lindor smacks one to the gap in right center field, and that's going to bounce up against the wall. Francisco Lindor, with his 36th double of the year, extends his hitting streak to 10 games. He just keeps hitting line drives in every direction. So Nimmo with his first hit of the night, and the Mets have 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Vientos 1 for 3 and a walk, and he lines one to center field. On comes Robert to make the catch, tagging Lindor. He's coming home. Robert's throw is a weak one, and Lindor scores to make it 5-1. So Edwin Diaz, a night after his redemption in Arizona, when he worked a 1-2-3 ninth to protect a 1-run lead, will pitch a 3rd day in a row for the first time this year. And he goes right after Sheets and strikes him out for the first out of the night. 2-2 coming. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Diaz, and the White Sox are down to their final out. Now Dominic Fletcher lines one to right center. Tyrone Taylor's got it, and the ball game is over. 22 of the last 23 Chicago White Sox were retired. Diaz with a 1-2-3 ninth to finish it off. Tyler McGill in his return to the big leagues gets the win. J.D. Martinez with the big hit. And the Mets take care of business as they beat the White Sox 5-1.